How do I get a text message without a cell phone? Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Here's the question I got. I want to create an account at some service, but they require that I provide them with a mobile number so that they can send me a text message. I do not have, nor do I want, a mobile phone. What can I do? This is actually a very common question when faced with services like Google and others that appear to insist you have a mobile number before they'll even let you create an account. Now, while I believe that their reasons are legit and important, well, not everyone agrees. So, what can we do? Well, I have a few options. First, use a different service. I know that this is annoying as heck and not always an option, but the bottom line is simply this. If a service requires you to have something you do not and will not have, then don't use that service. Find another without the same requirements. For example, if it's email you're looking for, there are several providers that don't have the mobile number requirement. Proton Mail is one example, but there are others. Unfortunately, this doesn't help if what you're looking for isn't provided elsewhere. Google, of course, has many services beyond email. Or you need the account to collaborate or interact with others using the same service. We need other options. Get a dirt cheap flip phone and plan. I get that this is caving to the requirement, but it's a practical solution. Look at your mobile provider for the cheapest phone and the cheapest plan you can get. Be sure to look at smaller carriers as well, as they often have cut rate plans and devices. Remember, you don't need a smartphone to receive text messages. A flip phone or a brick phone will work just fine, and they're often significantly less expensive. With this approach, you'll be assigned a phone number, which you can then use for text messages as long as you own the phone and stay subscribed to a mobile carrier. Unfortunately, this does represent an ongoing expense, but hopefully you can minimize it to an acceptable level. A more extreme solution is potentially to port your landline to a mobile. That actually can sometimes drop your overall cost as well. Basically, trade your landline in for a mobile number, but make sure that you port your phone number, meaning that the phone number assigned to your current landline is assigned or reassigned to your new mobile. It then immediately becomes text and SMS capable. Exactly how you do this will vary based on the carriers involved, but it's generally available and a great way to keep that phone number you've given to absolutely everyone. I know that lots of people are essentially dropping their landlines and switching to mobile only using exactly this technique. Now, one solution is to sign up for a service that will provide you with text messaging capabilities using the internet, not requiring a phone at all. There are essentially three types. The first two tend to involve a subscription fee. VoIP providers. These services provide full voice over IP telephone services. You're assigned a number. It can receive both voice calls and text messages. The specifics of how these are accessed will vary depending on the provider. SMS-only providers. There are fewer of these, but they essentially do the same thing. They assign you a number that is capable of receiving texts, which are provided to you via email, web notifications, or something else. In both of these cases, you're being again assigned a phone number, just as if you had set up a new account with a landline or mobile provider, hence the cost. The third type is not something I recommend at all. Temporary SMS providers. These allow you to use a specific phone number for a very limited time in order just to receive that text message. I don't recommend these because they defeat the very purpose of your account requiring a text-capable number in the first place. Account recovery at some later point in time. Since the number used is temporary, you lose all access to it after you've used it for the first initial short period. I include it because some people are willing to live with the possibility of losing their account later. The cheapest and quickest solution, honestly, if you've got a friend that you really trust and they have a phone capable of receiving text messages, use their number. with their permission, of course. You only need to coordinate with them when you initially set up the account that requires the mobile number, and then maybe later if you ever find yourself being asked for that additional verification, such as if you're attempting to recover the account. Do beware though, this trust is important. They could take over your account. If you ever fall out of friendship or simply lose trust in them, then make sure to change your mobile number to something else. Bottom line is that phone numbers, when required, are a critical component to being able to recover your account should you need to in the future. Even though there should be other options like alternate email addresses or the ability to use a landline even, those options may not exist or they may not be used when you expect them to be. I strongly recommend you provide a mobile number if at all possible. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/176723. I'm Leo Notenboom. This is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.